welcome back to our channel, Red Bull Coffee and Crime. I hope everybody is having a wonderful morning, afternoon, night, wherever you are. Hey, Garnett. Hold on.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Just lovely. You know, I'm 5 minutes awake here.
I know. I once again told you last minute. Are you up? Like we got the same schedule. Um, but I know we're both like I know you saw last night, but I didn't see until the morning time what was posted. Hey, Barbara. Um, First, I want you guys, if you're new to our channel and if you don't know who Kyron Horman is, um, he just disappeared from his school, Skyline Elementary. It was in Portland, Oregon, on June 4th, 2010, during the science fair. And it's been, what, a little over 12 years
Yeah.
that he's been missing. And his case is still open. It's not a cold case. And we opened a group. You know, we were started advocating for him. We all have that one case where, you know, we're very passionate about. We're like fully in it. So we started a Facebook group, and we weren't really into what everybody else was saying because you can't go by some information. A lot of information will be misinformation and it hurts the case. Last night, we in our group, let me share my screen real quick. In our group, we had, I was shocked too. I was like, what? Terri, well, now Terri Vasquez. It was Terri Horman before when she was married to Kane. So this is Kyron's stepmom. I say mom, she raised him. And she wrote a post. She said, first and foremost, I'm not a member of this page, friends with anyone here, or dictate how it is facilitated. I do appreciate the focus being on Kyron. Hold on. I'm going to turn off my camera. Hey, Arctic. Thank you for being here. I'm going to turn off my camera.
Okay.
I'm going to start just, oops. I'm going to just be emotional. And my makeup's, I don't even know why I did makeup. All right. How it is facilitated. I do appreciate the focus being on Kyron and what seems to be a healthy banter with acceptance of varying opinions and thoughts. Over the past 12 years, there has been such a level of misinformation and rumors taken of facts as facts with self-serving actions by near, what is that?
Ne'er-do-sayers.
Oh, to gain clout, pretend to be in the know, or simply bring their pitchfork to join in the drama, as though it's some sort of e-ticket ride. If you think you know the case, I guarantee you don't, because only a small, biased aspect has been woefully displayed, leaving out considerable pertinent information. The Teddy Ruxpin version of Jack Palance Ripley's Believe It or Not does not equate to factual evidence. As an advisement to those who wish to engage in juvenile behavior, I have a sophisticated audio visual security system which most recently captured a stalker trying to video through my back patio door. I have her photo and license plate. My neighbors, who are fiercely protective and know exactly who I am, have no qualms in expressing their amendments. Please check CPC 646.9 regarding stalking laws in California. Kyron is a missing child. I don't care if you have hateful thoughts about me or think I'm somehow involved. Believe aliens took him or some kind of conspiracy involving JFK and dinosaurs. I'm not here to convince you of my innocence, but to urge you to continue looking for him. He is loved so much, and as the mom who was there for his everyday needs, I have so many wonderful stories and photos you may have not seen, which I will continue to post with descriptions so you can better understand who he is as an intelligent, artistic, sweet, and loving little boy. To be clear, I'm not discounting his biological mother or her love for her son, but I regard Kyron as much my child as I do my other two children, which should be evident in photos I took, such as this one, along with hundreds of others showing that reciprocation. Myself, his siblings, grandparents, and the extended families have been dismissed when we were such an integral part of his daily life. This does such a disservice to him as part of his family who love and miss him immensely. In this photo, he was finishing his homework. Then we made green cupcakes for a St. Patrick's Day celebration in Mr. Macbeth's first grade, of which I asked special permission to bring as a surprise for the class. The blue placemat was one he and I did with stickers to increase manual dexterity and other fine motor skills for counting in the alphabet when he was younger. The green tablecloth was made by my mom, as she did every holiday. So the kids had something fun. They were eating, doing homework, or other special projects we did. The little hat was something to be silly and laugh about. So I woke up, I didn't see that last night. I guess it was like 12.
When I got off work, it was in the thing in the group wanting to be approved. And I approved it as soon as I got off of work. I don't know what time she sent it in. You know how my work is.
Yeah. And, there's a lot of good comments in here. We've told people if there's going to be any kind of hate or bullying or harassment, we will shut off comments and they will be blocked. The severity of this harassment, people going to this woman's backyard, that's very scary. And it's all encouraged by this other group.
Well, so, I think for me, everybody says, why is Terri coming out? I am sorry, but when you've got a group encouraging people to even drive by my parents' house, that's crossing a line. Yeah. Terri doesn't live there anymore. There's no reason to be putting her parents' stuff out there. And in the past 2 weeks, they have taken a video of her mom and dad's home as they drove by and put it on TikTok. And then they had their phone number pasted all over the place. I think for me, that's probably what has her to the point where something has to break. And then now we know that people are showing up in her house out in California.
Yeah. I definitely agree. And we always, every time we post pictures, we'll tag James and we'll be like, hey, do you remember what was going on in this picture? Because we want to understand, we just want to know what was going on. We just want to know what he was doing,
when we can understand some of who he was and what his behaviors were, I think that's important to looking. This is something that I wish they had let happen 12 years ago.
Yeah. Hold on.
Because his personality is so important to who we're looking for.
Exactly. And that, hold on, I'm logging into my other Facebook real quick. And that's what brought us to, I guess right after this post was written, somebody screenshotted it and sent it to the same group that is basically threatening to kill Terri and go to her parents' house and do all this.
Well, let's be fair. There aren't, there are
a lot of
comments about what they would like to do to her, but I've not seen any death threats. Definitely things that are right there on the border of, from waterboarding to...
Yeah, the one where, what was that? Taking To me, those are death threats. I've seen some pretty evil things. I can't. I mean, I bet if we went through here, we could find them. I mean, but that's how I perceive it. I mean, what tying her to a tree and making her.
Yeah, there's been some really horrible stuff said.
So, so somebody screenshots this, right? And they're in our group, obviously, for not the right reasons, because if they were, this wouldn't be the first thing that they would do. And this really set me off. This really, really set me off because the way that she wrote this, it just listen to this. Why not come to this page, Terri? Better yet, why not go to speak to the detectives? It's been 12 plus years. First of all, it hasn't been 12 plus years since you talked to detectives, because it's been 12 plus years he's disappeared. So she was talking to them when they needed her to. And that was what, I don't know the last time she spoke to them, but you know, and if they
I assume that the last time she spoke to them was when she hired the attorney, but that's after, at least 3 weeks of talking to them almost on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And her answers are unsatisfactory, regardless of what she says. They obviously want her to say something different. And at that point, what choice do you have? I've told you my story. I've told you what I did. You're not happy with this. What other choice do you have? Go get a lawyer. I won't talk to the police. They need to talk to me. I need to talk to my lawyer.
Exactly.
I mean, she gave them much more than I'd have given them.
Exactly. I would have, I would have definitely hired a lawyer, right?
I just shared a video that explains it very well. If you can take the 45 minutes to watch that video. The guy talks very fast, but it's so packed with reasons why. Yeah. Even if you think you're helping yourself by talking to the police, they're not your friends.
No.
Anything you say is can be used against you, and nothing can help you.
Nope. Well, we can't block other groups from the group. You know what I mean? Like, we blocked her on, I think, her regular thing.
And we started the group as a public group because we want people to realize he may not be dead, and he may be out there, and he may need help figuring out who he is and need to come home. So if we make that private, that shuts off a complete avenue where, that was why we chose to be public. And with being public, this is always something that is going to happen.
Okay, this is what set me off. No one gives a shit what Kyron was doing in a picture while he was doing his homework. He was safe in that picture. So obviously people do give a shit. And how dare you say those two words? I mean, Kyron's name and that word in the same sentence. It's ugly. There's something very wrong with you. And we obviously care, because we're always asking James. If you are really for Kyron, you would think that you would care. And he was safe in that picture because he was with Terri. I mean, that right there, it really infuriates me, the way that she said that. I somebody else said that in group, and I was like, I just said that same thing. Hold on. Hold on. No, hold on.
Did you get lost, honey?
No, I'm trying to look. Okay. So yeah, they said, you guys, hey. So she was like, what got me, and this is not coming from me, this is coming from someone that's, I don't even think has spoken in group before. She said, what got me is she said, nobody gives a shit what Kyron is doing in this picture photo. That's just horrible. As people will, it helps to know the boy and who he was as a person makes her sound cold hearted. And I definitely agree with that. And she said her anger is rotten. Um, it's to me, it's disgusting. She goes on to saying, "You, we want to know what happened to him after the very last picture you took of Kyron Terri on June 4th, 2010. What happened to Kyron after he was seen leaving the school with you, Terri? Oh my gosh. Stop with your damn games. Bring this boy home to his only family, his only mom. You aren't that. You've never been that. You will never be that. Nor will you be that to Kane's daughter. Go speak to the detectives, Terri, if you're so innocent. They have been waiting to hear from you for over 12 and a half years. Oh, God. It's the same thing over and over and over. If they wanted to hear from her, they would let them know. I mean, do they not?
They have, I'm sure they have her attorney's number, and all they'd have to do is speak out.
So then she shares it again an hour ago. I am sharing this again this morning. Terri has joined in with her mouthpiece. They must make her feel pretty comfortable. They must not have been around for all the others that supported Terri and were eventually screwed by Terri. Some literally screwed by Terri. Their turn will come too, and I will be here to laugh and watch. Everything Terri touches goes up in the flames. You all will too. All you over there acting as if Terri is someone special, please check your heads. You guys are not just you guys are just as disgusting as her. She had a sweet child murdered. Let's not forget that. Kyron is all that should matter. Well, if Kyron mattered, you would freaking actually speak about him and post his flyers up instead of harassing and threatening and doing all this fucking weird shit. You're not doing anything. You're obsessed with this lady. You're literally obsessed. I think you need your fucking head checked. It's disgusting. And her poor parents, now they have to worry about what kind of people you're going to send to their house. It's disgusting. And it's not, at this point, it's not even about you wanting justice for Kyron. It's about, it's like a revenge. Like, oh, yeah, and somebody brought up a good point the other day. I haven't read the book. The book says, and tell me if I'm wrong, it says Terri killed Kyron or murdered Kyron with, first it was like Advil, like she had him overdose on it and then drowned him in water.
I don't know. I've listened to the book several times, but I didn't catch that part. Maybe I need to go back and re-listen.
Well, she's gonna send me a picture of the part. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like, and she was so like, wait, so the book says this, and now it's Dee Dee that did it for her. Like, it's just it changes all the time. It changes. And then they just post. Look, I mean, this is her house, right?
Yes.
This is her house, you guys. That they're posting. Look, there's her car. For the last 12 years, Terri has stayed silent. For the last 12 years, Terri has never posted a flyer for Kyron, the right flyer for Kyron, that is. I still have the ones you posted that had the wrong tip line and a picture that didn't even look like Kyron. For the last 12 years, Terri's story has changed over and over again, which is false.
Okay, wait a minute. Because that statement kills me.
Yeah.
It was a picture of Kyron. Yet she says it doesn't look like Kyron. Apparently Kyron could look at like that at some point. You know what I mean? Because obviously he did. There's a picture.
Yeah.
We all fell in love with his smile. Well, I guarantee you, if he was taken from his family, the chances that he's smiling and having a good time immediately thereafter are very rare. The child that you seen immediately after wouldn't have had that silly toothless grin.
Yeah.
He would have been sad and depressed. He would have been confused and alarmed. I definitely, that just always has cracked me up because, and a flyer, they get misprinted. You know, it's sad, but it happened, yes. And they never go on to say, I'm sure that, because Terri wasn't alone putting out these flyers. She's talking in the early days. So it's just all, I don't know.
I'm so disgusted at a lot of these comments. So I find it very telling. Terri will go to a group that has supported her, but not come to a group that has supported Kyron for all this time. Even more weird is she would go to talk to a Facebook group before the detectives. Okay, like I said again, you're not supporting Kyron. You're supporting people threatening and harassing a person that you think. Just because you think it, it doesn't mean that it's a fact that she is guilty. So your whole group is about Terri and Dee Dee and your obsession with them. Our group, we have actually done things in his name, and we've even been threatened to be sued by the bio mom, but we still went on with it. And we are here for Kyron, but at the same time, we have to call your bullshit out.
Well, let's stop there. The reason we made the group, if you go clear back to the first day that you and I really talked, the reason we made the group was because you got kicked out of the group for voicing your thoughts and asking questions. I got kicked out of that group, and I don't know what I said. You get hot-headed. You get pushy. You like to ask those hard questions. Me, on the other hand, I'm always laid back and I'm always very respectful, and I never, argue. I'll state my point and then that's it. I drop it. But I was kicked out of that group over a comment that I have no idea what I said. I mean, and I was just completely banned from that group. Well, how does that help me understand what happened to Kyron? So that's why we started the group, was because there was an entire group of people that had questions and couldn't find answers, because the only groups that were around, we had been blocked out of, because for me, I asked a simple or made a simple comment, and she apparently blocked me from any group that she's affiliated with.
Yeah, that's what she does to everybody. I mean,
so there were no groups for Kyron. So that left us wanting to help the people that can't speak about Kyron. There's an entire group that she just blocks out because she doesn't want them asking questions.
Exactly. If you are not into doing things like this, going to her yard and taking pictures of her car while she's trying to go to the bank or drink some coffee, whatever the fuck she's doing. I mean,
living her life. She's not doing, anything that any of us are not entitled to. We are all innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Exactly. And that has never happened to this lady.
Oh my God, hold on. She also mentions dinosaurs taking him in her post. Do they not?
People don't get sarcasm.
Exactly. The whole time they think that the dinosaur has something to do with Kyron's disappearance. What, did dinosaurs come back from whatever times and fucking come and take him? I mean, come on, really? Her posting dinosaurs? Do you even know what the fuck what it means? I think I heard from James. Wasn't it something with James in her, or it was Kyron in her? I don't know.
I don't know either, but it doesn't matter. I have a huge thing for giraffes.
Yeah.
And those are my own personal reasons that I have a thing for giraffes. That doesn't mean anything. It just means that, for whatever reason, I have an attachment to giraffes. Exactly. Terri apparently has an attachment to dinosaurs. They just showed a picture of her with a dinosaur on her porch. So what? What does that mean? That means she likes dinosaurs.
I just, oh, look, and there's me. There's me. They want people to come after me, and I remember her name. She didn't like my views. Probably because you were a fucking asshole. That's the only reason. I mean...
Thomas, that is a perfect statement. If Kyron matters, why are they not contacting the FBI and demanding that number be changed?
Because they do not. She didn't even know. I mean, they talk about it, and then for them to just leave it, and then right when we found out that same day, myself, Garnett, and Arctic, we were calling, and we got a hold of them, but it still hasn't changed. And I actually was going, I'm going to do that when we get off of here.
I know you've been crazy, and I've been working all week, so...
Yeah.
Tomorrow is Friday. If you don't get it done today, I'm calling tomorrow to make sure that the number still is not working, because they may have just switched that number back on. I mean, it's the FBI. I would think that they'd have the ability to do that.
That's what I was thinking. Like, that's the easiest way, I would think, because then they would have to change all the flyers. And what about all the flyers that are out there?
But we will make sure one way or another, because if it hasn't changed, then, I guess we're going to have to ask for people to help us call.
Yeah, Barbara, they say that all the time, that it doesn't add up for Terri driving around with a baby until she fell because of an ear infection. I have 8 kids, and I have driven around my kids plenty of times to ease, even if they're just cranky. And it's 3 a.m, and I'm like, I just want sleep. So I have driven around my kids, and they've fallen asleep. And sometimes, I would just lay there in the car for an hour just so I could get sleep. Of course, air on, everything, and then get out. But it soothes the babies. It calms them down. There's something about cars. It's not unusual. So many mothers. I bet I could Google it and it would pop up as not unusual. They just come up with any little thing, and none of this is about Kyron, you guys. None of it. And the people that tell us to stop doing this and I'm not going to stay quiet. And even though, okay, yeah, is it feeding into all the drama, whatever? Yeah, but I'm not the type to be quiet, and I will not let this bitch just keep on with the bullshit, and she can't even provide any type of proof to this, proof to that. It none of it makes sense, none of it. And then the people that say that, do you ever see them commenting, sharing, hanging up flyers? Where are they when we actually do put together stuff to bring awareness for Kyron? Nobody's ever there. There's only like 7 or 8 people in group that actually, you know, get involved. So you guys don't have any room to speak if you're not going to do anything. If we put together stuff, nobody, 5 or 8, whatever many people are going to be involved, and that's it. Out of a group of 2,000, this person has a group of 50,000 people, and you would think that she could make a really big difference if she wanted to. 50,000 people, well, 48K followers. But this is what she has them do instead of anything positive for Kyron. Where's all the money for the searches? Where's all the money for the PIs? Where is all the money going? There's so much that I could say, and I am just so sick of all the bullshit. This is disgusting. Somebody really sat outside of this house. Could you imagine somebody just not giving a fuck about life anymore and saying, I'm just going to go kill this child murderer because that's what they think. And they just do it. This is so dangerous. So dangerous. Ugh.
It is. It is very dangerous, and it's irresponsible.
It is. They ask, why doesn't she ever go do searches? And do you think that she could make it outside of her house now? I mean, she goes outside of her house, but if she's involved with searches with all of these people, I don't think it would end up well.
Well, no, you know, these are the same people that would, you know, they've stated what they would like to see happen to her. You know, if she showed up at a search for him, they would stone her. You know, I don't know. It's ridiculous.
It is. I don't know. Hold on. Oh God, that makes me. There's so much I could go through here, but you know, Terri coming out, you guys. I think it's a good. I think it's a good thing.
Well, there's an entire part of the story that's missing, and all we have heard, and this is where it's at really. All we've heard for 12 years is one side of the story. Kane really doesn't say a whole lot, and Desiree, I truly feel, works strictly off.
Hey, Christina.
Her hate for Terri. Terri was a very important part of this. Mm-hmm. And even if Terri did this, you would think that her talking would have been encouraged. Because, you know, the more she says, the more we know. So, getting all sides of the story is so very, very important.
Hold on. It is. In every case, hold on. In every case that you want all sides of the story. So it's not fair that for this long, people have just been going off of what one side says.
Well, you know, nothing against the bio parents. They were busy with their careers, their lives. But they didn't even know what classroom was Kyron's. The only person that really knew what classroom was Terri. Because she was the one that was there. She's the one that went to the classrooms. She's the one that did all of that. You know, we want to know answers about doctor's appointments. Well, for me, I don't need an answer because I guarantee you that if she lied about a doctor's appointment,
the police looked into everything.
Exactly.
They looked into everything. Sorry, I just got that question this morning, and it just irritated me. It's irritating. Like, use your brains, please. Do you not think that if it wasn't true, that would be used against her?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's just like with her timeline. If her timeline didn't add up,
Yeah.
she would be in jail. They put all these pieces together. Her timeline didn't add up. There wasn't a doctor's appointment.
Investigators looked into it all, and the Tylenol recall. You guys can look that up. We've looked that up, and on that day in that year, there was a recall. Like,
so Tylenol was not easily found. Going to two different ones made sense. A lot of people in the article, it said people were going to different stores trying to find Tylenol that hadn't been recalled.
Yeah, I remember Lita looked it up.
Yeah.
We posted it, I think. But
yes, because it's an important part of her story.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Sorry, I was taking my nasty BC powder. Hold on. I hate BC powder. Okay. I just want to take a look at like people that think normally, I just want to look at some of these comments. Somebody said, I love his smile. Terri said, he's a beautiful child. Elizabeth, she says, I'm sorry about all the harassment you've experienced. I've seen it on other pages. It's disgusting. Thank you for posting. Please keep posting. Garnett, you say this is an amazing memory. Thank you for sharing just a little part of Kyron with us. To all our members, please be advised that you don't have to agree, but we do demand respect for all members. Oh, I didn't even see you wrote that part. So I had
because I don't want anybody crying later because I'm not even going to play with people.
Well, I wrote the same
if you can't be respectful, then don't say anything at all. Just go on.
Exactly. So somebody said he's adorable. Somebody said, I love Kyron so much. I cry and cry for him to be found. I lose sleep and sometimes get so upset over it. I can't eat. He is so precious to all of us that are in this group. Thank you for this insight into Kyron. Some people can't stand the fact that there's a real truth and not what is being thrown out for us all to believe. I'm sorry people are harassing, stalking, and spreading horrible lies about you. There's no proof of anything they say. We will always stand up for Kyron. He needs to come home now. He's so loved and missed by so many of us here. My heart goes out to all those involved that love him and miss him. I will never give up looking, asking, finding out whenever I can. Here's to you, Big K and fam. Put on your armor. Somebody said Kyron was lucky to have a mom that enjoyed spending time with him, and it shows. His bio mom appears to have been quite the deadbeat mom with many dark skeletons in her closet. I hope you're doing well despite your insane stalker. Then somebody says, thank you for coming into this group and giving us this information. You are lucky that Lexi and Garnett are fighters and won't back down from harassment by another group that tries to silence anyone that questions them or brings up alternative theories. I don't know whether or not you are innocent, or not. Only you know that. But Lexi, and I want to say it's Garnett a lot of the time. Like, Garnett, you definitely find a lot of information. And I do too, but you do way more. But Lexi has put forth enough information in this group to change my mind that you were definitely guilty. Myself and anyone living in the vicinity of Portland, Oregon was pretty much convinced by the media of your guilt. I hope you comment more whenever you can or allowed to. You said, thank you for your kind words. My entire look at this is everyone is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. No person should be stalked or harassed by anyone. The case, when looked at rationally over emotionally takes on a completely different shape. I said, thank you, Deborah. We accept you in this group, being respectful. Oh, appreciate you in this group, being respectful and making a focus. Kyron, the pain of being convicted without concrete evidence has had to be unbearable. Just remember, turn to God. He is the source of strength during these times. I encourage you to be saved if you're not. I'm so sorry that so many choose to hurt you. It's obvious the two of you loved each other. I believe you were targeted as fingers would be pointed at you because he was with you last. You are used as a distraction to carry out their evil plan. But he wasn't there. We've already gone over it, but yeah, the witnesses saw him. Somebody goes on to their theory about this groundskeeper. I woke up and I was in shock. So I just said, thank you, Terri, for the description. I woke up this morning and saw this post. I always wonder what he was doing in this pic or that. It's good to finally know. Please keep posting. We're here for Kyron. Just a reminder, please, anyone that says anything rude and any comments will be blocked and turned off. You all should remember why we are here. The harassment and threats need to end. The focus needs to be on Kyron. Terri and her family lost a child that grew up with them, and he loves and they love very much. Thank you for posting that. And Barbara says, thank you so much for sharing memories of Kyron Horman with us, and I will never give up on believing that he is still alive until proven otherwise. And it upsets me that the other group page keeps putting false information on their group when they should be making it about Kyron Horman, like this group page is doing. He's so precious. Heart Reloaded even said, thank you so much, Terri. We will continue to get the information out in order to bring Kyron home. That has been and should be priority number one. And somebody's, be careful, Miss Vasquez. A lot of nuts running around with no regard to others' privacy. See, a lot of people like to see things like this, and it's good to be shown and told by somebody that was there every day. Look at that smile. And it just
I don't know. All I know is that learning more about the situation is vital. And, until there's somebody arrested, we don't know what happened to Kyron.
Mm-hmm.
So we just need to keep looking. That is what we're here to do. Just keep looking. Please share. Please, put a flyer up. Talk about Kyron. Tell your friends about him. See what they were doing June 4th, 2010. It's important.
Yep. And that's all we want people to remember, to just not give up. And sharing off of line, I think, is way more important than sharing online. There's not enough sharing outside of the internet, social media. We encourage everybody just to try to hang up these flyers. The FBI one, it's obviously wrong. We're trying to get it changed. So the one that we have on our group is the one that you would want to print out, which it's this one right here. So I don't. You can get it anywhere. You can Google or you can go on our group. You can find it, print it out. And just hang it up. It doesn't matter if you're in Oregon or not. It's not right. And it takes people to also report. We need everybody reporting. Everybody reporting. And that's the only way it'll work. Facebook, I guess, doesn't take that as anything bad. But when I say like bad word, like I said, I called her a cunt the other day. Yep. And I got in Facebook jail, and I had to make another profile, which the bitch said I made to stalk her. No. No. I can't be in Facebook jail. So I made a new profile. But yeah, it's crazy. So everybody just needs to report, and you have to report the group. I think it helps if you just report the whole group. So yeah, we just wanted to go over. We were happy that we saw that post. I hope there is more of it. I definitely hope that later on, like if we have questions about a picture, and we tag her or anything, she'll answer. I usually tag James, but like I said, sometimes he doesn't know he was young or he wasn't there. I think we both have done that. We're like,
oh yeah.
Do you remember what happened in this picture? Like we've always been like that.
And James is very good about answering us.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I think it's important that people that knew Kyron are able to speak out, and everybody needs to be open and listen to all sides, If the police don't know, we sure as hell don't.
Exactly. Just don't give up hope, you guys. I have so much more to say, and I'm just not going to do it because I can do it on the group. But just don't give up hope. And if you're a part of that mess, please don't be. It's never a good thing. It's not going to help Kyron in any way. Stalking and harassing the people that love him and he grew up with.
We should not be encouraging and enticing violence. We should have learned something by now. Hate isn't going to solve this case. If Terri is guilty, then they will find that. But all the pressure in the world that they think they're doing isn't going to fix this. It's not going to make the case go any way faster. It hasn't in 12 years.
It's not. And the DA, I mean, you can tell the DA won't even speak. LE won't even speak. And why? Because that group says that they're sitting on this evidence and not doing anything about it.
That is such a ludicrous statement. Because it's obvious that in the early days, that they were looking very heavily at Terri. But it's also obvious that at some point, they figured out that there's too much that matches up to what she says.
Yeah.
Everybody says, Casey Anthony. That's the case they compare this to. Well, Casey Anthony had her day in court. I mean, it didn't go the way anybody wanted it, but she had her day in court. There hasn't ever been even enough of that to get Terri into court. So, that's obvious that you can stop sharing your screen, hon.
Oh, shoot. I always do that. Yeah,
migraine attacks catch you off guard.
Sorry,
but for
what
me,
the heck?
a stress.
I don't know. All this is just, it's so much. I've never seen a case like with this much hate, and this much misinformation. And
well, there's a lot of cases that have hate and stuff, but the thing is that it doesn't get us anywhere.
Yeah.
What matters at the end of the day is the evidence that you have.
Yep.
And if you don't have no evidence, there's no case.
And for 12 years, this so-called pressure, it hasn't worked yet. What makes them think that it's all of a sudden gonna change? I will never understand.
Well, what's hard for me to understand is how, do you expect somebody to live and function when they can't even walk outside their door? Are you there?
I am. Sorry, I'm just looking at all this and I'm just, I can't believe it's been going on for 12 years. 12 years. But we are here, you guys. We're not going to give up. It's really draining at times. And it's frustrating and it's hard not to just blow up. And that's why I'm kind of just trying to zone out right now because I will just go on a rampage. It's very frustrating. I reported it before. Yes, Kyron Horman hasn't been found, but people need to stop accusing when there is no proof. And I believe he's still alive until proven otherwise. People have been missing and have been missing for a year or more and been found. No one would like if someone was accusing them if their child was missing. I could stand. I could understand if it was there, if there was proof. Exactly. And somebody mentioned the other day, they were like, you know how many children are missing in Oregon and their families aren't going around harassing and stalking and pointing fingers, This doesn't happen a lot. Unless I don't know. It might happen for a little bit. Like I've seen people go off on families at the first, but then they don't do all of this. Like Monkey's case. Everybody just went straight off on the parents. They didn't even know anything about the case. And they just assumed.
Come on, move.
So I think in the beginning, people get like that, and then it just stops. But this has been going on for 12 years. It's ridiculous. I think we could find Kyron, and they would still be like, that's not him, or she did still have something to do with it, and they could catch the perp, and it's insane. It's insane. He was found and evidence was pointing to her, but he hasn't been found, so he is still alive. Definitely Barbara. You guys, please just keep that in your mind. Keep the thought he's alive. I mean, it happens. So why can't it happen with Kyron? I know I have to kind of realize that there is a big percent of chance he's not here, but I'd rather just not believe that. And I'd rather people, because there's no evidence, I'd rather people think the same as me and out there looking.
Well, and I've said it before and I'll say it again. Even if you don't think he's here, what's the harm in looking?
True.
I mean, what does that hurt?
True, but they think that they have to be digging somewhere because apparently he's buried.
If you feel the need to dig, then go dig.
Right.
But stop harassing people. Just go do what you're going to do.
And we can obviously put our differences aside. Both of us put our differences aside with a few people that we would have never thought in a million years we would associate ourselves with. One of them wrote me this morning and actually did a really amazing thing. I'm not going to speak about it, but the other one just made a video as well about the other group. And even though we don't have the same opinions, these people are like, it doesn't hurt to look at the other side. And they realize that it's not doing Kyron any good just listening to all this other stuff that nobody knows is true or not. Um, there are people who say they're are for finding Kyron and bringing him home, when in reality they are all about vengeance. Exactly. I was trying to find that comment because you did say that. It is all about vengeance. And I think people don't want to be wrong as well. I think that they want to be right. And if they give up at some point in doing what they're doing, they're going to feel like they look dumb, maybe. I don't know. I just can't imagine doing this for 12 years. Not doing what we're doing, but the harassing, the stalking, the all that shit.
Well, I'm glad you said not doing what we're doing, because I will be talking about Kyron in 12 years if he's not home.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I will never stop talking about Kyron. I will always want answers.
Yeah.
So, but I don't feel that harassing anybody is going to get me the answers that I want. I personally feel that she could answer questions that I have. It's one of those things that you just cut out a very important part of the story.
Maybe, and this is a good thing. Maybe one day we can make a thread like James did and do like a Q&A. If she can answer, she can. If she can't, she doesn't have to.
Right?
That would
something. I mean, I also don't want to be on the other end, and this woman has had no privacy
at all
for 12 years.
Nope.
I don't want to become.
I'm glad that she found our group to be like a comfortable place to go to. Like, that amazed me. Maybe she got it from James. Maybe James finally showed an interview or something.
Well, you got to remember, our group is almost a year old.
Yeah.
And our views have never changed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some of us think that she did it. Some of us think that she didn't. But we're all very firm on the fact that there is not enough evidence. We don't have any, and I think that gives her a safe place to, if nothing more, talk about Kyron.
Mm-hmm. For some people, justice means vengeance. For some people, a suspect is automatically guilty with zero evidence. Exactly. For some people, anyone advocating for anything other than their brand of justice is just as guilty. For some people, you are worse than the bad guy. Very, very correct. You hit it on the nail, reloaded. And I wish we could have talked about this on your live. I am so sorry. I went on your live for like 2 minutes and I said I would be back, but the kids got home and I got caught up. But yeah, I really hope that this, I saw a comment. Do you think, because somebody posted on the other group, doesn't she have that lawyer? Like, I wonder if the lawyer, I mean, obviously he wouldn't care, right?
I don't know what, I don't know. I mean, some lawyers don't want their clients talking to anybody.
Yeah.
Some, but 12 years, I guess it is what it is at this point.
Barbara.
I mean, I know she still has legal representation. We just called a few months ago about this harassment.
Mm-hmm.
So, we know she has legal representation.
And Dee Dee still does. So,
yeah.
And it just, poor Dee Dee. Like, and I just saw a comment. somebody said, well, what's her address? So I can start writing letters harassing her. And Stacy goes, we'll have it soon. And
Well, they already have where she works, you know. How sad is that? Why is it she shouldn't not be able to make a living?
I want to read something. This, and I'm not going to name who it's from. This was amazing. You know who it's from. I think I read it. This put it exactly into okay, that is why whoever is getting threatened or we see posts about visiting or protesting them being harassed need to be sent to the DA and copy MCSO and the town they all live in. They will see her true colors. T or Didi have not been charged with a crime, and that their right under the U.S. Constitution to live, work, and move freely without persecution. They, T and Didi, are not violating any laws by trying to earn a living and not being afraid of one of SG Psycho followers. I took screenshots of the T's parents' post and sent it to the DA. No response, but the more we do it, the more he will see who is hurting who. So that's a good idea too, you guys. If you see any harassing comments, posts, we have to do is email, and I will also. We should put that on our group, Burnett. You think so?
Usually you put it in there just to look for. I thought that was a cigarette. I seen that again. But I'm just a look.
Hey, Barbara.
Hey, Lexi. How you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
Doing good.
Good.
You see my haircut?
Yes, it looks really good. I like it.
Thank you.
I like when I used to cut my hair really short when I was pregnant, and
Yeah,
it made me feel so good, like so much better
yeah,
new person.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, Garnett, I think she's talking to her husband. But Garnett, let me know when you're back because I want to know. Oh,
What do you want to know?
We should put the DA's information on our page, right?
I think so. I mean, I don't want people to harass them. They are doing their job. They are.
Not to harass, but if people want to turn in, like, because there's an email. So if people want to turn in the harassment.
Yes. I mean, you know, that was the reason, the whole reason.
I'll be right back. Hold on.
Oh.
How are you today, Barbara?
Oh, doing good. I got my hair cut Monday.
Nice.
Yeah, but
I am getting ready to go to work, so Lexi had better be quick.
Fun. No, just was teasing with you. How besides
Hold on, you guys.
A bowl. How have you been doing, Garnett?
Back.
What?
I said, how have you been doing?
I'm good.
Oh,
that's good.
Now, what did you say, Lexi?
I said I'm gonna pour a bowl of cereal. I will be right back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the harassing, the threats, that needs to stop. I have reported them.
Well, I don't understand how it's acceptable under any terms and conditions. I don't understand.
I don't either.
I mean, it's sad that, you know, there's two women out there that can't go to work
in peace.
Right?
Yeah. What's really, I mean, that's just crazy, especially the going to their house where they live. I mean, threaten to harm them.
I could not imagine being sitting in my house and somebody peeping through my back door.
Oh my goodness, me. Oh my goodness, me either, girl. Especially telling people what type of car Terry drives. I mean, come on now. That could be someone else, and someone else could end up getting hurt.
I have said that so many times.
I mean, let the police do their job, and if they were so guilty, they would be put away. My goodness, common sense, people.
Oh, my hair.
Are you back, Lex?
Yeah,
back.
she is.
I'm back. My kids stayed home from school today. I'm gonna probably like 10 more minutes and we'll get off. Are you staying home?
No, I'm going to work.
Oh, I'm so sorry, y'all. I keep yawning. I guess I must be really tired.
Yeah, I'm exhausted too.
That's what I was just going to say. I've got to get ready to go.
You're not staying home?
Yeah,
No,
she has
I'm
to go
not
to work. That's what she was saying.
Oh,
And Lexi and Garnett, I know y'all try y'all's best not to let them get to y'all, but just don't give them that power.
oh no, they
You
don't.
know,
It's frustrating, but
I know it is.
it's I'm not gonna be silenced or be quiet or because that's just not me. So
No, I'm not saying being quiet. I'm just saying don't let it, bring you down. Keep on fighting for Kyron. Keep being a voice for him. Keep doing that. Yes.
Well, see, and that's the thing. Life is throwing some really ugly curveballs at me, so I've got
Yeah.
some really thick skin.
Yes.
You know, people can say whatever they want to about me. I'm gonna say what I feel.
Right.
yeah, and I've been told to just let all that go or whatever, and it's not the fact that it's the fact that it hurts Kyron's case. It's hurting Kyron's
Yes.
case. So
Yes.
it's I'm gonna keep posting so we can show everybody the bullshit, and it is hurting for 12
Yes.
years.
Continue to keep doing that. Yes. That's being a voice for him.
That's why we started our YouTube channel, and then it turned into more.
I just would say don't let it drain you. That's what I was meaning. Just
No, there's other stuff that goes on. It's not even like
there's real life happening too.
Yeah, exactly. Real life stuff, and then on top of
shouldn't
even be happening. We should all be working together. It takes more than a village.
And there isn't a lot of people. I noticed that there's not a lot of people that are in our group that try to help and be about Kyron.
Yeah, no.
And it is sad. It doesn't take that much to ask for flyers and pass them out, and us be on the same page, be here for Kyron.
If Stacy has a group of 50,000 people, and she can get some of those people to go harass and stalk and take pictures and follow around town, why can we not get somebody to help us be active in doing something? I just don't get it. It's so backwards.
Yeah, it is. It is. It really is.
We will get there someday. Our group,
Yeah.
We'll grow.
Well, and I keep looking back at where it was. And I'm very proud of where we're at today because we do have a group where people can come and talk and find facts. That's been a big thing in our group. We don't just say, this is what it is. We try to back all of it with articles and links, and we try to make sure what we say is tangible.
Proof.
you can't say I have evidence, but the police won't look at it, and I'm not showing it to you, and because then it's not evidence. If the police won't take it, it's obviously not evidence.
Right, exactly. And that's what I was saying. I know that y'all do a great job. Y'all show proof. Y'all make it about Kyron. They don't.
Well, and I sort of feel that sometimes with trying to point out and bring light to all of this harassment and stuff, Kyron does get lost. That's why I wanted to try to keep it separate. But it's hard because people just don't see on a smaller group.
Yeah. Right.
We have the other group that we made, but not a lot of people are in it. So, we just said, screw it, because we want everybody to see what we're talking about. I mean, I don't know.
Right.
We wanted to keep it separate, but it didn't really work out. I mean, and we have it on private, so that, right, Burnett?
I don't know whether that one's on private or not.
I think it is.
Right.
Let me see. I think we ended up world news exposing. Okay. Oh no, we didn't. I thought we had it private for some reason. I don't know. We kind of gave up on it, and it's hard doing a lot, anyways, and doing YouTube. So
yeah, it is a whole lot,
what, Garnet?
My thing is I never want to overshadow Kyron.
Yeah,
and that's so very important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know.
The information's there. We can speak all day about Kyron. We know
Right.
what we're here for. Everybody else, they can see, because we wouldn't be running 4/7 and doing all this stuff. And we post about him. I mean,
Right.
But trying to get other information that people might not know, it's important as well. I mean, it's so easy to share, right? We could put a picture of Kyron up. There's no shares. So it's
right.
Like, why? I don't know.
See, y'all do a great job. Showing proof and everything that y'all do. And see, my opinion, it's crazy that people believe, when they say, "Oh, I have proof," and they say all this, but they don't show facts on the Kyron Horman World Soldier, when they don't show facts.
Hold on, Barbara.
And people believe in that stuff.
Hold on.
That's crazy.
Garnet.
I'm gonna have to get off here and go to work, but I do want to try to comment on what Barbara was saying there. When we look at the evidence in both groups, the reason that their group has so much clout is because that's where the bio mom is. And in any case, you want to get that information from the bio parent. So that has bought them a lot of leeway with what they could put out and the misinformation. It's definitely brought them a lot of leeway. All right, guys, I am getting off here. Please print out a flyer, share it, like our group, subscribe, do all that good stuff.
I love you.
I love you too. I will talk later.
All right. Yeah, so Um, I don't know.
Yeah, but it's just crazy. We should all be on the same page. Just be here for Kyron. They don't have to, they're going to be looking really stupid if Kyron's found and he's still alive.
Yeah, I mean it's
I mean, they wouldn't want someone doing that to them.
no,
Seriously.
it's ridiculous. It's disgusting, and it really, really just
Yeah, it
infuriates me.
is. It's messed up.
It is so disgusting. Um, when you go and look at comments in the group and you'll just be like, why does this even come out of their mouths? Like, is this a joke? Hold on, I'm looking at some. Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Hold on. Somebody said, I wonder if the people she has won over so far over the years with her BS have asked her what she is doing currently and what she has done in the past almost 13 years to help find Kyron. Those are questions they should be asking her. She has so many supporters. Why didn't they all not run fundraisers, car washes, making and selling Kyron t-shirts, bumper things that you and this page and his real mother, Desiree, have done? Well, actually, we have done things in his name, and we got threatened to be sued by his bio mom, but we still went on and did it. And we still have things coming up that we're planning. So just stuff like that. And then anything, and why did, hold on. Um, and then, and then wait, and why didn't Terry ask them to help her do these things? To keep his face and the fact he's still missing out there, not forgotten, to help pay for professional search parties with search equipment, sonar, etc. Well, we don't even know where any of that money went, actually. First, they were getting a PI. They said they had a PI, and then a week later, they were looking for a PI, and now it's nothing. So in searches, what searches? There hasn't been any searches in a long time. Um, if some stranger stole him, as he wants us all to think, but we know Terry better. He's an adult now. Aren't you hoping you're going to run into him? There's ways that you can search for him now that he's an adult, He would remember.
Right.
No, I'm reading somebody's ugly comment. Hold on. Have you?
That's
Of course,
crazy.
because he's not alive, right, Terry? What about the time grabs that your friend Dee Dee or you cannot account for, where nobody knew where you both were on June 4th, 2010, after you took Kyron with you when you left Skyline Elementary after his science fair, before anybody knew that Kyron was missing? Did Dee Dee leave you and Kyron when you went into work? These people are just stupid. I can't even.
That is awful. I mean, oh my goodness.
Did she delete her Facebook or am I just blocked? Why does she block me? These people are idiots. Why would she not block you? And then somebody says she loves being the center of attention. If she loved being the center of attention, she would be doing interviews 24/7. She would be out here doing stuff. No, she doesn't. I don't see her loving being the center of attention at all.
I don't either.
Somebody says the pictures of the other white truck and locations is making her nervous. Here's a sign to go triple search that property again. And then Stacey says, yep, everything is making her nervous. She should be very nervous because justice is coming. Somebody says, I'm thinking, unfortunately, he wasn't killed by Terry or Dee Dee. He was sold into trafficking. That's what I really think happened.
That could be a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know yet, though.
I don't know. If you guys want to look at all the dumbass comments, like you can go over. This page refuses to show our page. They don't want people to go see the truth. But I don't. You guys can go join their group because right when you see it, you're gonna be like, okay, no, what is this? Somebody said, I know if I was innocent, I wouldn't want people slandering me, and I'd do something about it to clear my name. But not you. You sat silent for all these years. Guilty people hide. You aren't fooling anyone. How do you not know that she doesn't have something together? You guys
Right, exactly.
screwed very soon because hold on. Because to me, it's okay. She's been silent. Has she been watching? And then she's trying to see what happens when she does come out. Like that's something I would do if I was. That would be something to show. Like this is what happens when I do talk about Kyron. It gets worse, and you never know. Something could be happening. And I know James had said something about the book as well. Because it told a lot of lies about him. So I think something's coming. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I do believe, and I really hope that there's a lawsuit. Because she thinks she's unstoppable. That's what it is. She thinks she's unstoppable, untouchable. But you know what? I don't know. And I don't see how she's been doing this for 12 years and has kids and has a whole family and is obsessing over two ladies. Like, oh, it's so frustrating. This girl is so frustrating.
I really don't have the answer, like why they would do something except for being crazy. That's all I could come up with.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That's all I can say.
It really is.
I mean, even if let's just say she was doing a search, they would probably come up with something to say about that.
Well, she would probably get hurt. She would probably get hurt.
That too.
Yeah.
Yep, that too.
I mean, I wouldn't.
I mean, my goodness. And then every little thing she does, like she could go get some coffee. They would say, oh, look, there she goes. She's just guilty. She don't care about Kyron. She's drinking coffee.
Well, no,
you know what I'm saying?
She was parked at a bank in a parking lot.
Yeah.
Somebody said, oh, it looks like somebody's in the need for some money. No shit. That's what a bank is for. Like,
right.
What do you people want? What does that have to do with Kyron? Oh, God.
It doesn't. You know what?
Huh?
Those people, they're just disgusting. That's all I can say. Crazy and disgusting. People want to believe a lie, go ahead. But I choose to believe the truth and join a group that's about finding someone that's missing and sharing facts. That's what I'm about.
For bed. She looks so pretty.
And they haven't done anything. They haven't tried to pass out flyers of Kyron missing.
Well, no, if they pass out flyers, it's to go in front of Terri's yard or post it on her car.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's the only.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
See, that don't make it about Kyron.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. Hold on.
And it's just her mom. Okay, come on.
Just stupid.
I'll just try to pick up.
And if you don't like the group, you can.
This is crazy spiders.
Sorry, hold on.
Okay, Hut.
Somebody see some people write posts, but it's like, what have you done? They're telling like, I mean, they write comments like, oh, the back and forth isn't doing anything. I could care less what the fuck you think, because every time we do something in Kyron's name, where are you at? Just
Right.
not ignore the other group. I'm not gonna sit here and be quiet. And no, I won't.
I don't blame you, hon. Be a voice for him. Yes.
Exactly. I
But
mean,
it's ruining the case. If you don't say anything, that will be ruining the case. That would not be being a voice for him. So yes, continue to be a voice for him. Yes, I'm with you on that.
mhm. I mean, look how cute he is. Look at him behind me. Look at that smile.
Yeah, he seemed happy to me. He was happy.
Mhm.
Some people were saying he seemed like he was sad or he was scared and all this crazy stuff. That don't look like someone being sad or scared.
No, and none of his pictures he looks sad or scared or. Mhm. It's just ridiculous.
It is. It really is.
But if you guys are in the group and you watch this, nobody's like being held in a group. You can leave. Just press unjoin, whatever the heck you have to press, and that's it. If you think that this group is not for you, and the other one that does all this gross, disgusting things, then that's fine. You're not helping anyways. I don't see anyone sharing. I don't see anyone coming up with ideas. I don't see anyone doing anything except a few. So if you're gonna just post negatively, we don't need
Then
you.
get out.
Yeah. I am gonna get off of here, Barbara.
Okay, hon.
I love you and thank you for the support, and thank you for always. You're one of them that always shares and does all that for Kyron. So
Yeah, yeah. And I love you too. And I want Kyron to be found. That's the most important thing. And all that drama needs to stop. It does. Coming in our group, starting stuff. It just got to stop. If you're not about Kyron, get out.
right.
Go. But don't worry, he was just crying. That includes any kid that's missing. I would say the same thing.
Yeah.
Please, y'all guys, share the flyers. Continue sharing the flyers on your wall on social media. Please share this video because it really does help.
If you guys want to join the group, it is on Facebook. Kyron Horman, new, old, and ignored tips. Yeah, just go join. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Please give this video a like. Sorry, I'm not feeling it today. I'm just so.
I can tell.
It's disgusting what people do. So
yes, it is.
I can't even think. I'm gonna have to process this all and then do a video because I didn't even say everything I wanted to. But I don't know. You guys, please be kind. Please know and understand that you don't know what anyone is going through in their real life, and just because you think somebody is guilty, it doesn't mean they are.
Exactly.
It's not okay harassing, threatening, Remember, if you see something, say something. Please hang up the age progressions. Hang them everywhere. It doesn't matter what state, what country. Hey, please do that. And yeah, we will see you guys next video. Thank you, Barbara, as always, for coming on. Oops, you got off quick. Where did you go? Hey, yeah, my kids are home from school today, so oh my gosh. I gotta get off of here. I gotta clean, I gotta do laundry, you know, I gotta do the mom thing. I don't know. I have so much more to say, but right now I just have to process it all. You know, like I mean, all this hate, and like I said, look at him on the screen. None of this has done anything for him. It hasn't helped his case at all. Kyron, we will never stop. We love you. I will never stop believing you are alive. You are not. I will always believe you are alive until something says otherwise. But yeah, thank you guys for your support. We love each and every one of you. We have a part 2 on the Silly String Mom coming soon. So much stuff has been going on. I still have to put it together. Myself, Arctic, and Garnett. Maybe Saturday. I don't know. But I'll see you guys when I see you. Please go subscribe to Arctic Fox True Crime, Checking Convictions, Shannon Avery, Bathea's Bite Reloaded, White Boy Radio, Faking It. I forgot we did the 50 Shades of Faye. Good creators, amazing creators. I'll see y'all next time.